Well, hello, 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 and welcome. Happy Wednesday. You are here with the Mom Live Show. And question: do you feel confident being on camera? Do you feel confident sharing your offers? Do you feel as though you are getting the attention on your products and services that you need? Well, you are in the right place here today because we are going to be talking about 9 steps to be a trusted and in demand expert with one of our hosts, guest experts, Cindy J. Holbrook. She'll be joining us later on in the show, but she is one of our Freedom Day giveaway contributors. So she has a gift for you in the giveaway. And if you're just joining us here live, I am Rashida Green. I am the host of the Mompreneur HQ, founder of Get Right Coaching. And we help moms to start, grow, and scale home-based virtual businesses so that they can build the life of their dreams without neglecting themselves or their families in the process. And we do that through coaching opportunities, through the content that we share, and of course, through this wonderful community. So I'm hoping that you are joining in this community, that you are asking questions and you're getting questions answered, you're sharing value, and you're just really building this community to be something that you can go to for as a resource for all things mompreneur, right? So if you're joining us live, drop a hashtag live in the comments. If you're joining us on a replay, hashtag replay. And again, if you have any comments during the show, go ahead and drop those in the comments. And if we can do that live, we will. If not, I'll be sure to come back after the show and respond to your messages. If you have not already given StreamYard permission to share your name on this live, please go ahead and do that, because if you do comment during the show, it'll just say Facebook user, and I won't be able to call you out by name. All right. So this has been a very interesting journey for me. And for those of you who may not know, I am currently hosting the Freedom Day giveaway, where we have 17 gifts, 16 contributors sharing over $2,400 worth of products and services that we are giving until the 16th for free. So if you have not already grabbed these free resources, you need to go ahead to www.freedomdaygiveaway.com, freedomdaygiveaway.com, so that you can get access to these tools and resources. And just in case you didn't know, I'm going to go ahead and drop some of those for you here. So we have Stop Playing Small Challenge. That's a video challenge that you can take, that Dr. Chanel DeBose is sharing with you, for all you ladies who are educators looking to step outside of the classroom to actually be an educator consultant and actually get paid for the knowledge that you have in other ways other than education. So you can do that as a bonus. You can do that, while you're still working, or you can even do that full time. And Dr. Chanel can help you to make that decision and walk you on that walk. We also have TikTok visibility blueprint provided by our contributor and colleague, Miss Meg Schwartzrock. And she's Meg Rock, just in case anybody saw me stumbling over her name, because her moniker is Meg Rock. All right. So we have 9 steps that to be a trusted and in-demand expert by Cindy, who will be joining us shortly, and Explosive Profits. We have Success Principles ebook by Garen Dim. We have Grow Your Group bundle. Who does not want to grow your Facebook group? Right? If you have a Facebook group and you may have been struggling trying to get it to move along, if you don't know how to start your group, but you really want to start one so that you can build your business and get and monetize that Facebook group, you need to go into the freedomdaygiveaway.com, go to the giveaways website, join, register, and sign up for Christina Gendali's Grow Your Group bundle. We also have Protect My Business with the legal umbrella checklist from Lane Lyons JD. If you are an entrepreneur, you might want to go ahead and grab this checklist. It's a free checklist to help you to make sure that you have all of the bits and pieces in place so that you are legally protected with your business. It is important that you get that legal protection on the forefront because you don't want to forget and then need it on the back end. So she's offering that. Now, if you have just just enjoyed your summer and ate what you felt like eating, and now it's fall and you know that that's the time where you do it all, you start picking up the pounds, right? Well, we have Jasmine Kelly Stevens, who is providing us with the Crush Your Cravings. We have Crush Your Cravings from Jasmine Kelly Stevens, Social Media Magic Bundle from Lynn Neville, Ready Set Booked Formula from my good friend Stephanie Treasure, Profitable Expert Signature System from Nettie Bryan, and let's see, Self-Care Journey Starter from Jen Wrigley, and a Self-Care Morning Routine Builder course from Brianna Hosek, who's a member of this community. So I hope you go ahead and support the Freedom Day giveaway, as well as the members of this community who have offered their products in this giveaway. We also have Creating a Successful Book Launch by Robin Devonish, also a member of this community, who is a self-publishing, self-publishing. I wanted to say Maven, but that's her old name. She's already corrected me on that. So, who is a self-publisher coach, and she can help you in that area with her video. Then we have the do's and don'ts of designing for Pinterest. If you ever thought that you had to pay for every single advertisement, you do not. Pinterest is actually a free way to get more eyeballs on your product. And our friend Linda Barutha is providing that for those who are her clientele are six-figure earners. So if you are a six-figure business and you are interested in having Pinterest to explode your business even further, then you want to sign up for Linda Barutha's gift. And then lastly, but not least, of course, my gift is in there, customer care kit. I've been in customer service for, I want to say, 18 plus years. And so in doing that and working in both in retail and corporate in the customer service space, I have developed some certain skill sets. And one of the things that I want to share with you is an easy way to have all your questions, your Q&As answered before they even ask the question. Why? Because you then will have access to these templates that will help you to have all your customer responses already written out, so you don't have to try to think of a response every single time you get an email from your customer. So, like I said, Freedom Day giveaway is going on now to the 16th. I want you to sign up, get ready to move your business forward with all the tools and resources that we're providing for free. Now, this after the 16th, don't be looking for these things to be free. These powerful tools, these powerful business tools are for you, and they are for free, and they will not be after the 16th. So go ahead, sign up for the Freedom Day giveaway and get your stuff. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. And now, without further ado, I am going to share with you our guest for today, Miss Cindy J. Holbrook. She is the visibility whiz, and she guides entrepreneurs to thrive as they go up the ladder from being the best kept secret to the trusted expert. So we're going to bring her on now. Hi, Miss Cindy.
Hi, Rashida. It's a pleasure to be here.
Hi, thank you for joining us today. We were
Well,
just
thank
talking a
you for
little.
having me.
No problem. We were just talking about the Freedom Day giveaway and
Yeah.
how awesome all the gifts are in the giveaway. But we're talking about yours in particular today. I want to say hi to Miss Anita. Thank you for joining us live. And we're not going to hesitate too much longer. So, Cindy, thank you for joining us. We know that you have this awesome gift. So, why don't you introduce yourself and let us know a little bit more about you and the gift that you're sharing in the giveaway?
And I will do that. But first, I want to honor you. I love, love, love that you help mompreneurs. Um, I honor all mompreneurs,
Thank
especially
you.
whenever you have children at home. When my 12-year-old grandson comes to visit, I always have a deep appreciation for those of you that are working with your children at home all day.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And I am Cindy J. I'm known as the Visibility Wiz. I have been coaching since 2008. I started my when I started my coaching business, I lived in a very, very rural area, and I had to drive 2 hours to get anywhere. And so working 60 hours a week, it wasn't um, probable to sit there and drive 2 hours to speak. So I had to start learning how to promote my business completely online and I didn't want to pay a ton of money on ads. I began as a divorce coach, and within 2 years, I was able to leave my day job and take my coaching full time. That's whenever I started going to conferences, and people would come up to me and they'd go, Cindy, how did you get on eHarmony? How did you get on Huffington Post? How did you get on Prevention? Can you show me how to do this? So over the years, I morphed into being the visibility whiz, showing people how to get visible and, more importantly, get clients online without spending a ton of money on advertising. Since 2008, I have spent less than $6,000 in advertising, and I do have a multiple six-figure business. So it is possible to build your business without paying a ton of money. So visibility, and my gift in the giveaway is 9 steps to be a trusted and in-demand expert. And I highly recommend when you download this, don't just sit there and watch all the videos and just do nothing with it. If you watch each video is like 10 to 15 minutes long once a day, and then do the worksheet, because this way it gives you time, and it gives you time to think and concentrate on each part of the steps versus just trying to rush through them and not take action. So there's a little action sheet with each step, and you do get I'm pretty sure that we have it set up that you're getting the access to the videos every other day. But you may get access to it all at once. I'm not for sure. I'd have to ask my VA. But even if you get it all at once, don't sit there and watch them all at once unless you're going to take action and do each of the action steps. And the reason why it's so important is following the steps, it guides you on your way of getting visible, but you just don't want to be visible to everybody. Now, Rashida, she coaches mompreneurs, right? So how successful would she be if she was only visible to senior citizens? How successful do you think she'd be? Not too successful, right? Because the mompreneurs wouldn't be seeing her. So you have to know, you have to decide who you want to be visible in front of, and more importantly, what your message is, what it is that you want to be known for. Rashida is known as the mompreneur. We all agree on that. I'm known as the visibility whiz. So whenever you know what it is you want to be known for, now you know where to go and be visible. So you're getting in front of your ideal audience, and you're not being, because if you're visible to a whole bunch of people that's not your ideal audience, then you're invisible and you're not making money.
Right.
I had a client once. She was a holistic coach, an energy healer, and she took fantastic pictures. And so she said, well, my posts aren't getting any traction whenever I post about my holistic healing. And I have 2,000 followers that are liking and loving all my pictures. So I don't understand why I'm not making money. Well, why? It's because she wasn't visible to the correct people. People who liked her pictures were not interested in energy healing. So you have to speak the language of your ideal clients. And whenever you're in front of them, you have to speak to them about what's important to them. It's really knowing, first of all, your ideal audience, and second of all, your ideal client. Now, one of my favorite ways to get clients is through partnering with other people. I'm partnering with Rashida in the giveaway. And so everybody, all the contributors, we're all partnering together. because we know the power of partnering and getting in front of other people's audiences that have that have our target audience.
Right.
So your target audience is like this big giant pond, this big giant lake. And your ideal client is in this lake, but you have to know what to use. My husband is an avid bass fisherman. And before I met him, I did not realize there were so many techniques to fishing and that you had to use different lures and different fishing poles and different types of reels and different everything to catch a trout or to catch a catfish or to catch a crappie or to catch a bass. I was like amazed at how really fine-tuned you have to be. My husband, people always asking him because he will just catch bass left and right. People are like, I'm not catching anything. How are you doing it? Well, it's because he's been fishing for bass since he was a little boy, and he knows what they like. He knows where they hang out in the lakes, and he knows what they like. And you need to know your ideal client, and you need to know where they hang out and what they like. So it's always all about them. It's not about you. Whenever you start saying you, and stop saying I, you're going to start really becoming influent when you're going to start influencing your audience. Whenever you visibility plus influence equals profits. So being visible is not enough. You have to influence your audience. They have to believe, know, like, and trust you that you can help them solve their problem. So visibility plus influence equals profits. So be sure to download your 9 steps to be a trusted and in-demand expert.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. That's great job, Cindy. I really love that analogy. I mean, you really locked that one in with adding your husband to the conversation and that story about the bass fishing, because that is so true, right? If you're in a pond, this big pond with your ideal audience, but you're throwing out the wrong rod or the wrong bait, you're not gonna get the fish you want. You're gonna get the other guy, right?
Right. Or
So
none at all.
or nothing at all. So that was
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much. So your husband like fishing. What do you like to do for fun?
My biggest hobby is genealogy. I'm very into genealogy. I find it fascinating. So I do genealogy, but I also like nature. I love being in nature and seeing just animals. Last year we moved to Prescott, Arizona. And so my husband and I, every Sunday, we call them field trips. You can call them date days or whatever you want. They're actually date days. But typically, he fishes, I don't. I'll just sit by the lakes and read or something. But I just love being in nature. And I especially love seeing wildlife of any type, birds, squirrels, rabbits, deer, anything.
So you just like to be out in nature. Do you actually draw them? Do you take
I know
pictures of
how to
them? You just
draw.
admire them. You admire them in nature, in their element.
I have the gift of writing, not the gift of drawing. Definitely don't have the gift of singing either.
So you're not singing with the birds then.
I'm not singing with the birds, no. And also, if I may too, something that I really work a lot with my clients, with everybody, and we always attract people similar to us. Now, I had a very traumatic past. I was sexually, physically, and mentally abused by my father growing up. And we've all had traumatic things happen to us. So I wrote a book recently, my memoir, Overcoming Dark Family Secrets, which it tells you not only about the abuse, because too many books just end with the abuse and don't tell you what to do afterwards, but I have my keys to feel worthy of success. Because regardless where you are in your life, you need to feel worthy of success. If you don't feel worthy of success, you're going to self-sabotage yourself without even knowing it. And it's going to keep you stuck forever and ever and ever. So, if you're interested, you can go to Amazon, get my book, but really know that sometimes really tiny, minute things can keep you stuck and keep you invisible. People play this hide and seek visibility game. I want to be seen. No, I don't. I want to be seen. No, I don't. And that's because it's because of something that happened. And we as human beings, we rate trauma. So you hear about my trauma and you rate it like a 10 plus. But traumas that keep you stuck in business don't have to be a 10 plus. when I always loved to write from the time I was a little girl. But before I got married at 18, I wrote my first husband a poem I was going to read at his wedding, at our wedding. And my dad told me, don't read that. You'll be a laughing stock. And matter of fact, if you ever let anybody read something you wrote, you would be a laughing stock. When I divorced my first husband 20 years later, I threw away 5 novels that I had written. And I find just one statements like that can keep people invisible and unprofitable for years. So really take a look, if you're not where you want to be, take a look and ask yourself, did somebody say something? And whenever you have these voices in your head, ask yourself, is it my voice or is it somebody else's? And most of the time it's somebody else's. Then ask yourself, do I want to let go of it? Am I willing to let go of it?
Mm.
So it took me years to let go of that I'm going to be a laughing stock voice.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, because we may have overlooked that. That was a very good insert.
Mhm.
Talking about your book um and overcoming dark family secrets, and that journey to become worthy, because that is something that I was actually going to talk about a little bit today, not necessarily worthiness, but because of the lack of feeling worthy, we feel like, oh, I can't make that type of money. I can't start that type of business. I can't go and talk to these people. I can't be visible. That hide and seek is exactly what happens. And it even happened to me, as an early entrepreneur,
Mhm.
saying, oh, I can't do that. Live streams. Oh no. 'Cause my coach was telling me I had to go on every week. I was like, oh, I no, no, no. I can't even do the regular Facebook lives with my phone in my hand. Nevertheless, live streams and productions and things. It's like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. And like 8 months into our coaching sessions, I finally did it. And it was like, oh, okay, I could do this. But sometimes we tell ourselves those negative thoughts, or
Mhm.
those things that other people tell us, and we kind of take those in as if they are spiritual truth,
Right.
and they're not. But those are the things that hold us back from growing in our business.
And
Something
even
back here.
Yeah, and even things that happen currently. Like I had a client who she had a master's in physiology. And so she was teaching. That's what she, coaches on. And her stepmother's like, "Are you qualified to teach that?" And she's like thinking, "I have a master's degree in it. Yeah, I think that I'm, qualified." But it's really funny because people in our life, I call them the naysayers. They will say things to us, but you have to remember they're basing it on their life. My sister-in-law verbatim told me, "Cindy, you're stupid for sharing your whole story in a book." I'm like, "Well, thank you for your support." Right?
Right.
But 20 years ago, I wouldn't have written this book for a lot of things, but somebody telling me that would have just crushed me. Also, earlier this year, I almost died from COVID. I was in the hospital for a month. I was very ill, and just running the high fever, you lose your hair. So I lost like 95% of my hair. It is growing back. Yay. Gray, but it's growing back. So, but so I've really shared my COVID experience and everything, online. And I even posted on Facebook all these pictures of my bald head. And then somebody in my email list emailed me, "You're so unauthentic. You're the most unauthentic person I've ever seen." And this crushed me. And I thought, my gosh, right? I've been sharing all this stuff. So I had to it didn't take me long, but about 15 minutes of feeling my feelings.
Hmm.
And then I looked at my email list to see if she unsubscribed, and she did not unsubscribe from my list. So I'm like, "Why are you hating on me? And you're not even unsubscribing." So I unsubscribed her and just released her. I just like, I do this with any of my haters or with people that unsubscribe. I'm like, "I hope you got what you need from me. And I hope you find who you need to help and support you." Right. And it's this energetic thing that I do all the time. So I did this. And 5 minutes later, I got another email from another client, like how authentic I was and how much they appreciated me. So remember, it's not just what things has happened in the past. Somebody can say something to you today that's going to crush you and stop you. And don't let it, because it's their problem. Don't let their problem become your problem.
Absolutely. Well said. I thank you for sharing these backdrops and giving us these little nuggets to help us in our entrepreneurial journey, because the Freedom Day giveaway is about getting free in your mind, free from location freedom, financial freedom, so that you can get this exhale, and be able to just live life the way that you've always wanted to live it. And so that's why we're giving all of these freebies away and these gifts, and bringing you into our individual worlds, because it is a group effort. But to say that, you know, because I had actually had a client called earlier today as well, where it ended up being self-sabotage because she was fearful of success.
Yes.
Because if I'm successful, then people are going to see me. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm successful, then I have to actually produce, because now if I'm successful, they're going to expect me to continue to be successful. And that's pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, when we're talking about being visible and becoming a trusted and in-demand person, in-demand expert, yes, it's about your expertise and your subject, being a subject matter expert, but it's also about letting go of those fears and letting go of what people might say, and disregarding the naysayers, and really just being confident in yourself to say, this is me, this is who I am, this is what who I serve, this is what I have to help them. And I really think that was this interview, this session was really powerful in so many ways. And I think Miss Anita said it kind of hit home, being, the hide and seek and the things people say that, kind of get you stuck. So thank you, Anita, for sharing that. Also, she's also happy that you're still with us, because
Thank you.
COVID for some people was it,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
And sure, you had some hair loss and this illness, but you're still here.
yeah.
And hey, who knows, that might be another book besides the 4 that got discarded. Right? That may be
Right.
something else, right?
Um,
So,
what's interesting though with COVID, whenever I had the doctor told my husband, had he not called 911, I wouldn't have lived through the night. But from the time I got put in the emergency room, my mother, who's deceased, was with me.
mm,
And it's because of something Anita wrote in comments. And she kept telling me, she would rub my hair like whenever I was a little girl. She would sing Amazing Grace to me like when I was a little girl. And she kept telling me, it's not your time to come be with me. You still have work to do.
okay.
And I wanted to add that because of something Anita wrote. So thank you, Anita. And I'm glad that your sister's still with us as well.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, guys, this has been such a wonderful and nugget packed session today. I am so glad once again to have you with me, Cindy J, because I put it all together every time. So
Yes,
I say
Cindy
Cindy J.
J. Yeah, I
So
go by Cindy J. Whenever I even talking about visibility, there's a Cindy Holbrook Harlequin romance writer.
oh,
So I branded myself as Cindy J to differentiate myself from Cindy Holbrook, the Harlequin romance writer.
okay. Well, now that you mentioned that, how can the people get in touch with you, Cindy J?
CindyJHolbrook.com. Really and truly, if you type in the Cindy J, it's Cindy J Holbrook. If you type in the Visibility Whiz, you're going to find me everywhere. I'm everywhere.
All right.
I practice what I preach.
Oh,
So
I'm about to say, because you are the visibility whiz, you should be
if you
everywhere.
Google the Visibility Whiz, you're going to find me, and you'll find me in any of the social media platforms the same way, or just go to CindyJHolbrook.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you all for joining us here again at the Mompreneur HQ, where we help moms to start, grow, and scale home-based virtual businesses. If you have not gotten your free clarity call with me, it's a 20-minute clarity call. If you are a member of this Mompreneur HQ community, get on the line with me, get on my calendar so that we can talk about your business goals, and how I might be able to help you to reach them. Okay, that's at www.themompreneurhq.com/clarity-call. Book your call so that we can work on whatever that, fill in that gap, whatever it is that is holding you back, whatever it is that is keeping you stuck. Let's get on the line and talk it out. All right. Again, if you've joined us live, we were here with Cindy J. Holbrook. She is the visibility whiz who is giving us a gift in the Freedom Day giveaway, 9 steps to be a trusted and in-demand expert. If you are building your business and you want to be that go-to person, go ahead and sign up for the Freedom Day giveaway at www.freedomdaygiveaway.com and get this gift so that you can get the lessons. She's also mentioned that beyond the videos, she has these worksheets, lesson plans that you can actually work out and get things done. So thank you so much for joining us, Cindy J. And Anita, thank you for joining us live. And all of you who will watch us on the replay. Until next time.